Class 11, we had to see question number 2 from miscellaneous exercise of first chapter. So in the first part, they have said, if X is an element of A and A further, this whole set A is element of some other set B, then we have to show that X will also be an element of B necessarily. But this is not always true, children. We'll take this as a false statement. Here with the help of example, we'll make it clear. See, we have defined certain set B having elements. There are 3 elements I've written out here. 1, then this set A is also an element of this set, and 5. So there are 3 elements, 1, set A and 5. Now this I have written here that this one we are calling as set A. So X is an element of A. Here there are 2 elements, 3 and 4. So I've picked up 3 here. 3 is an element of A, and A, the whole set A, clearly is an element of another set B. Okay, so both the conditions are true here. 3 is an element of A and A is an element of this set B, clearly seen. And 3 is not seen in set B at all. ठीक है, ये पूरा उसका एलिमेंट कहलाएगा, ये पूरा सेट B का एलिमेंट है, 3B का एलिमेंट नहीं है. Okay, so there are 3 entries as I said in set. So you have to understand that. Okay, so 3 is not an element of B. So this is going against the statement said here that if X belongs to A, then X will also necessarily belong to B. So we can see 3 belonging to A but not to B. Hence this statement is false. Okay. Now for the second one, it was said A is a subset of B and B is element of some other set C. Then A will also be an element of set C. So again, not true. With the help of example, like if I've defined a set A is a singleton set having entry 1, and this 1 also happens to be an entry of B. So there was this set B having entries 1, 2. तो ये A B का subset है. Clearly, first condition, A is a subset of B. So if this is how I define my set A and this is B, then this entry of A is also of B. So we can clearly say A is a subset of B. Now this B is an element of another set. तो एक set C हम लेंगे जिसमें ये entry होनी चाहिए. This should be an element. Okay, so like I've defined here, set C की एक entry 0 है. Another one is this whole set B and 3. You can put in more entries, that's up to you. So minimum required I've done. Okay, now clearly first 2 conditions are true, that A clearly seen as subset of B, and then this B is an element of, ये C की entry है. Now set A means this whole set should also belong to set C according to the above statement. So this whole set definitely is not an entry of C. Okay, so we've given an example where we are showing that A being subset of B and that B being element of C, not necessary कि ये पूरा set इसका भी element हो. So clearly हमको दिख रहा है कि A is not an element, set A is not an element of set C. So this is how you have to cook up examples satisfying the statement or going against the statement for false and satisfying for true. Okay, तो एक भी negative result अगर आप दिखा देते हो going against what has been stated, then the statement is false. Now the third one, children, is if A is a subset of B and B is a subset of C, then A is a subset of C. That's quite obvious if you've understood the concept of subset, right? So this statement is true. So the way of presenting it, X means is any and every general element of A. So if I say X is an element of A and A was a subset of B, then X has to be from B as well. That is what the definition of subset is. Okay, set A is a subset of B if every element of A is also present in B. So if I am saying X is present in A, then X has to be in B also, right? Then now further, B is subset of C. So this X which was in A is in B. Now if it is in B, then this has to be in C as well, because B further is said to be subset of C. You understand that logic? Okay, so we finally said this X which was in A, now we can see this is necessarily in C also. Okay, so ये general element था, तो every element of A is also an element of C, so A is a subset of C. Okay, so that's how you'll present it, and I think you can understand that the logic, that if A is a set which is contained in B and B is contained in C, then automatically A is also contained in C, right? Okay, now next one, third, and then fourth one goes like, if A is not a subset of B and B is not a subset of C, then A is not a subset of C also. So ऐसा कोई ज़रूरी नहीं है ऐसा relation हो. So there is one example I have written out here which is clearly going against this statement. A is in set having entries 1 and 2. B is a set elsewhere 10, 20, 30, any set. So A is definitely not a subset of B. It was not supposed to be a subset. तो कोई भी A की entry B में नहीं दिख रही है तो we will say A is not a subset of B. Right? Then C हमने बनाया है 1, 2, 3, 4. Clearly, if I check between B and C, none of the entries of B are in C. So I would say B is also not a subset of C. तो ये दोनों conditions fulfill कर रही हैं तीनों sets. Right? Then now if you see set A which had entry 1, 2, this 1, 2 is also seen in C. So A you can see is clearly a subset of C. A subset है C का. जबकि A B का subset नहीं था and B C का subset नहीं था. Still A has come as subset of C. Right? So we've shown this example here which is saying that these two conditions being true, the third one is not satisfied. C A is rather coming as a subset of C, so this statement is supposed to be false. Now the next one, if X is an element of A and A is not a subset of B, then X will be belonging to B is again false. So we can again make some example out here like I've done. There is a set A in which I've kept elements 1, 2. Then A was not supposed to be subset of B. So B is a set having entries 2, 3, 4. एक element common रख दिया है, but अगर एक भी element ऐसा है which is not from B, then I cannot say A is a subset of B. So I would say A is not a subset of B because A has entry 1 which is not in B. Right? So ये दो conditions हमारी, this condition is clear from A and B. Now we had to pick up any element of A which I have taken as 1. So 1 is an entry of set A. 1 belongs to A and A clearly is not a subset of B, but this 1 is not present in B. ये कह रहा था कि ये B में भी present होगा. If X is present in A, तो वो B में भी present होगा provided this condition. So we are showing these two things. I'm showing an element of A here and further that this A is not a subset of B, and then this 1 was supposed to be in B and it is not to be seen here. So A is not a subset of B. Right? So this statement is, then 1 is not belonging to B. So this statement we would say is false. Right? Okay, the last one here is saying that if A is a subset of B and X does not belong to B, then X will not belong to A also. So that is clear from the definition of subset, as I said earlier, that if A is a subset of B, that means every element of A is from B. Every element out here will also be here. So that's what we are saying. If X is an element of A, it is also supposed to be in B. Right? Now, if I say there is some element which is not present in B, then it cannot be present in A, provided if A is a subset of B. Okay, so these two go parallel. That subset means that X would be belonging to A only if X is belonging to B. So what is not in B cannot be in A. Right? So this statement is very true. Rest of the questions we had discussed in class, children, and there was these two questions, 15th and 16th, which I said that I will let you know that with the help of Venn diagrams rather than formula. In class we had taken up with the help of formula. Now through Venn diagrams and writing the counts or entries in various sections, how we can easily do a calculation. That is what we had to see. Okay, so for the 15th question, like children, it was given that in a group of 60 people, so that is the cardinal number of universal set. That is how we show it. Okay, then some 25 like Hindustan times and 26 for Times of India, and then again 26 for Indian Express, something like that it was. Okay, so these are the cardinal number of H, T and I. and then you were given the cardinal number of the intersection of 2 and also the intersection of 3. So for putting the entries in Venn diagram, what you have to do here is you start with this section which is intersection of the 3. तो सबसे पहले ये entry लिख देते हैं हम. Okay, so intersection of all the 3, H, T and I was given as 3. So put that here inside this, because this portion represents intersection of all the 3 sets. Okay, so that was 3. Then next it was intersection of H and T was given to you as 11. Okay, तो ये पूरा portion आपको 11 given था, right? जिसमें से this much is in 3. The 3 entries are common to this common part. So the leftover 11 minus 3, 8 entries will be here for only T and H, not I. This would represent only H and T, not I, right? Then likewise for the next one here. Okay, let's see it this way now. So next it was intersection of T and I. T and I was given to you as 8. Okay, so out of 8, 3 is already here in this portion which is common to all the 3. So left over out of those 8 entries, तो इस पूरे intersection के लिए 8 था. Okay, so 3 here, then left over 8 minus 3, 5 we will put in here in this portion. Alright, then likewise we also knew intersection of H and I. Intersection of H and I, which was 9. So out of that 9, 3 are common to all the 3. So 9 minus 3, 6. So ऐसे subtract करके हम ये leftover portions ऐसे निकाल लेते हैं. Right? Now, this whole number was 25. This whole circle was 25, out of which 25, 8, 3 and 6 have been adjusted here. 3 liking all the 3, 8 liking H and T, then 6 liking H and I only, not T. Right? That way. So अब जो ये 25 में से 8 plus 3 11 plus 6 17 have been already adjusted in this portion. So out of 25, 17 here, so left over 8 are liking only H. This would be meaning only H. Likewise वही आप यहाँ करोगे. From 26 you will subtract the sum of these 3. So 5 plus 6 11 plus 3 14. 26 minus 14 12 will be falling in this portion, which is only I. Nothing to do with H and T. Same way here. 26 minus 3 plus 5 plus 8. So 8 plus 5 13 minus plus 3, that is 16, and 26 minus 16, so 10 is left over for this portion. Okay children, so अगर Venn diagram में आपको entries fit करनी होती है like this, so you start with the intersection of all 3 here, and then after that intersection of 2 is given to you, so उसमें से that minus intersection of 3 will give you the leftover here. So ये adjust कर लोगे, फिर ये सारी entries हो गई, then you would come to from the whole set, cardinal number of the whole set minus the sum of जो intersection वाले portions में आ चुके हैं, leftover will give you the entries here. And once you put this in writing, now you can work on any and every portion. किसी भी language में कुछ भी पूछा जाए, you can work it out. Okay, so from here, like as I said, if I'm saying only H only, nothing more, that is 8. Now if I say T and I, only T and I but not H. Okay, so only T and I में ये आ रहा है, T and I. T and I का intersection हो गया, but not H बोला था उसने, तो ये H वाले portion को आप हटा दोगे. 3 is also in H, right? So you would say that entry is 5. So this way, because if you do it by formula, so it becomes too lengthy, right? So if you have placed all the entries like this in Venn diagram, this especially for your competitive exam also further, then it becomes very easy. आपसे कोई भी portion पूछा जाए, आपको बस language interpret करनी है. Okay, what are we talking about? And यहाँ से देखना है which portion is satisfying that particular thing. Okay, and you can, now you know each and every entry out here for anything at all, right? All right, so now back to our question. If we focus on our question, at least one. So at least one, we said union of all the 3, right? Union of all the 3 tha, and which by formula we had already worked out. We directly have a formula for that, but if you have to do it with the help of Venn diagram. So at least one means union of all the 3 means this portion. This first circle, then the leftover, this and this, all that is encircled here. Okay, so for that what you can do is, अगर आपको Venn diagram से करना है, so pick up any one circle, say H हमने pick up कर लिया, 25 entries, so ये 25 entries total हो गई. अभी 25 के अलावा what more is there? 10 plus 5 plus 12, so that will include H union T union I. Okay, या either way 26 आप ये पूरा circle का ले लेते, 26 then 12 plus 6 plus 8, so anyhow you would get it. So like I have done first the whole circle of H, then H के अलावा leftover entries that were 10 plus 5 plus 12. So that is 52. By formula also you must have got the same answer, right? Then second portion was exactly one. Exactly one means only Hindustan or only T or only I. Only. Okay? Nothing in common. So exactly one में आपने this plus this कर लिया. This is only H. This is only T 10 and only I 12. So 8 plus 10 plus 12. That is 30. Right? And if I say only T, then you would give me the answer as 10. If I say only H and I, only H and I, but not T, then you would say 6. Okay, so that is how you can now answer any and every question that has been put up. Now likewise, see for the 16th question, you'll prepare the Venn diagram. So it was said in question number 16, if you see that 8 liked all the 3 products. There were 3 products, A, B and C. Okay, so liked all the 3, that was 8. So this is the portion liking all the 3, common to A as well as to B as well as in C, falling in all the 3. So this is the intersection of all the 3 which was given to you as 8. तो सबसे पहले आप ये place कर दो 8 out here. Okay, then आपको A intersection B was given as 16. No, 14, sorry. 14 people, yes, 14 liked A and B. So 14 minus 8, that is equal to 6. Then likewise, you were given B and C. B intersection C is also C intersection A, sorry, is also given to you as 12 liked C and A. C and A was liked by 12, yes. So 12 minus 8, 4 will fit in here between C and A. Then for B and C, again for B and C they are saying 14. So this is your B and C. So for B and C, 14 like B and C, out of which 8 are liking A also. So those 8 you will remove from 14. So left over 6 will be liking only B and C and not A. So that is how you will fit in this. After that, now you will move on to seeing cardinal number of A, which was given as 21. 21 people like A, that was said. So out of 21, 6 plus 4, 10 plus 8, 18 have already been adjusted. So 21 minus 18, that is 3 will be left with liking only A. Likewise, B का cardinal number उसने दिया था 26. 26 like product B. So same way from 26 you will remove 6 plus 6 plus 8. So 12 plus 8, 20. 26 minus 20, that is 6. Likewise, C ka cardinal number is given to you as 29. 29 are supposed to like all, the whole C is 29, out of which again 18 have been adjusted here. 6 plus 4, 10 plus 18. So 29 minus 18, that gives you 11. Okay. And now likewise anything. You in this particular question you were asked, I think, liking C only. So liking C only is 11. This portion is only C and nothing more. Liking B only, 6. Liking A only, 3. Liking A as well as B. Okay, so for A as A and B, what you will do is you will consider this whole, all these numbers, 3 plus 6 plus 8 plus 4 plus 6 plus 6. Or maybe if it is liking B and C. Okay, B and C to given tha B or C. Or when you say, then you will add 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 8 plus 4 plus 11. So that way, whichever portion is asked, then you can evaluate. Liking any, only one product. Only one. Either A or B or C. Okay. So anything can be asked. You can work it out from here.